too much trouble navigating with a piece of sheet, some sheets and the Siddur. And she said it's much better, and I completely agree. And thank you for doing that. So we've got our own Shabbat ruchani service booklet. So when we're ready, yes, we're ready. Yeah. So can I ask you to stand, please? Okay. That's what it's not.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu b'halivnei asher Shabbat.
Amen. Please be seated. Do you want to go back in this way, Jenny? Yeah. Yes. Okay, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. And we've got already many friends online. Shabbat Shalom to you all. So we are going to start with a prayer for healing. And each time I think it's nice to have a kind of a intention. And so this week I was with the legal rabbis in Oxfordshire for rabbinic retreat. The first time in 3 years. It was quite a moment, and we had Rabbi René Pfertzel from the United States who came to teach us. And among the many things that he said, there's something which really struck a chord in me. He asked us the question, how do you define a Jew? What is a Jew? And that's a question we ask ourselves all the time. And he said, let me propose you something different. When is a Jew? And the reason why he asked this question is, it's an interesting question, because he said we carry so many identities, so many levels of how we define ourselves, that sometimes for some people they're Jewish when they come to the synagogue. And that's okay. And in a way, it made me feel really much more comfortable when I had a congregant who come to me and say, I can't come to every Shabbat, I can't do everything, etc. I'm a bad Jew. And I always felt, no, you are not a bad Jew, because you're here. And what he said, when is a Jew, is I think is a very important understanding of Jewish identity. So now the healing, the Kabbalah for healing is, we live with these multiple identities, we define ourselves with so many different ways, father, father, son. So how we define shalom, how we define peace. A moment ago I told you about this notion of shlemut, of wholeness. And peace is not necessarily happiness. We don't need to be happy all the time. We don't need to be in elation all the time. We need to feel shalom, to feel complete, to feel together. I think I've lost you now. Impossible to ignore you. Okay, shalom aleichem.
You ready? Want to try again? Let's just
Yes.
start over. Why not?
Okay. Shalom aleichem, malachi asharet, malachi elyon, mi melech, malachi amelachim, akadosh baruch hu, ruachem leshalom, malachi ashalom, malachi elyon, mi melech, malachi amelachim, akadosh baruch hu, bachuni leshalom, malachi ashalom, malachi elyon, mi melech, malachi amelachim, akadosh baruch hu, tzedechem leshalom, malachi ashalom, malachi elyon, mi melech, malachi amelachim, akadosh baruch hu. So we turn now to page number 2. I'm always struck by this verse from Psalm 96. Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir chadash. Sing to the eternal a new song, a shir chadash. And you know what the psalmist tells us is that every day we can sing a new song because every day our music is different. And as a musician, you know that. You've got the notes, and every time the interpretation is different. It's always good, but it's different because every day we sing a new song, a shir chadash. And this is what the psalmist is inviting us to do, to find in ourselves this shir chadash, this new song. So let's sing this together.
Adonai,
field, be glad, and all within it. You know that in Torah, the fields play a very important role. It's this kind of open place, open space where a lot of things can happen. Encounters between Esau and Yaakov. We have also the encounter when Rebecca is seeing her future husband from afar in the field. And so the field is kind of open space where anything can happen. And of course, it's not a surprise that for the psalmist, the field can rejoice at the creation because it's full of potentials. Excuse us.
Technical difficulties.
There you go. It obviously cut itself out.
So the next verse is taken from Psalm 97, O Zarua, which actually the choir did a lovely rendition last Shabbat of this piece. And this verses, because we're talking about two verses, talk about light. Light dawns for the righteous and joy for the upright in heart. You righteous people rejoice in the eternal and acclaim God's holy name. And light, of course, at this time of the year, and the days are getting shorter, and really shorter. And we still have another good 3 weeks of shortening of days, and we really need light. And remember that in 2 weeks we'll start the festival of Hanukkah with light, music, and donuts and latkes. So it's the first time you can join, of course, or you can also listen. אתה אדוני עליון על כל הארץ, מאוד נעלת על כל אלוהים, כי אתה אדוני עליון על כל הארץ, מאוד נעלת על כל אלוהים. אוהבי אדוני צינורם, שומר נפשות חסידה, מיד רשעים יצילם. אוהבי אדוני צינורם, שומר נפשות חסידה, מיד רשעים יצילם. זרו על הצדיק ולשלב שמחה, זרו על הצדיק ולשלב שמחה, שמחו צדיקים אדוני והודו לזכר קודשו, שמחו צדיקים אדוני לזכר קודשו. זרו על הצדיק ולשלב שמחה, זרו על הצדיק ולשלב שמחה, שמחו צדיקים אדוני להודו לזכר קודשו, שמחו צדיקים אדוני והודו לזכר קודשו. So the first time, did you like it?
Yeah. Quite did it, didn't they?
It's really nice. We had two different atmospheres and leading to this explosion of light in the second part of the song. So I think this will be a very important piece for Shabbat ruchani. And the next one, Psalm 98, Ariyu l'Adonai, shout for joy to the Eternal One, so you know it. And I want to hear you singing louder, shout for joy.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yes, yeah, I want more, not less. Yes, I wish for more.
Ariyu together, allez. Ariyu l'Adonai, kol haaretz pitzu veranenu vezameru. Zameru l'Adonai bechino, bechino vekol zimra. It's coming. Yes, enjoy the moment. Enjoy. It's really, Shabbat is really about that. It's really about being here now in the moment and enjoying ourselves. Let's leave all the crap outside the synagogue and just enjoy being here together. And this works for you as well online, and I know that you're enjoying. And I wanted to say hello to Anna, Tina, Michelle, Sandra, both Sandras. I mean, the third is here, so Sandra Levin and Sandra Weber, Helen, Shabbat Shalom, Michelle, and I have Maxine, and two Maxines we have, Maxine Kelly and Maxine Horenfeld. So Shabbat Shalom, and thank you for being with us tonight for this celebration of the most important day of the Jewish calendar, Shabbat. So the next one, also bringing lots of energy and be there. And Moses and Aaron were among God's priests. They called the Eternal who answered them. God is so old that maybe he's a bit deaf. And when you look at the state of the world, you think maybe we need to raise our voices. In the Bible they used to speak face to face with God. Now it's becoming more complicated. So let's shout. Maybe there's a Twitter account, God. Yeah, really funny.
It's very, very
Twitter
funny.
God, yes, really funny. Very political, but really funny. Okay. Moshe ve'Aharon בכהניו ושמואל בקורא שמו משה ואהרון בכהניו ושמואל together now. קוראים אל אדוני והוא והוא יענם. Yes. משה ואהרון בכהניו, ושמואל בקורא שמו. משה ואהרון בכהניו, ושמואל בקורא שמו. Together, קוראים אל אדוני. I want to hear your voices. והוא יענם. קוראים אל אדוני, והוא יענם. Wow. Do you feel this energy? I mean, I feel it very much, but do you feel it as well? There's a lot of energy, and this comes by being together, being focused on the same thing together, and you will feel the benefit of it for the rest, not of all of your life, but, but at least for the rest of Shabbat, hopefully the rest of the week. So now we enter into the Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, which is much more gentle, after all this energy. Let's let it settle in our soul and hearts. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינם. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינם. So there are a few of these melodies that are on a, how do you say, free, how do you say this, the free tempo, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Waltz, yeah, but what's the technical term? Triple time. Okay. And also because, triple time, we want to stand and dance. I'm not going to ask you to do that now. Okay, I promise you.
Like next month.
Next month. So get ready. No, it's just because, it helps the body actually to follow the music. And Lech Hadod is very much a song that needs to be danced. You can imagine, our ancestors in northern Israel singing in the fields to welcome Shabbat. And this was before MDMA, of course. But they used the music to get them high on the notes and high on the music. לך דודי לקראת כלה, שבת נקבלה, שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת מבורנך, כי מכוח ברכה, מראש מקדם יסופה, סוף מעשה, שבת נקילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, ושבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, ושבת נקבלה, התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומי אורי, אורי, שדברי, כבוד אדוני, עלייך נורא, דודי לקראת כלה, שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, שבת נקבלה, בואי בשלום לתת בלה, גם בשמחה ובתמונה, סגולה, לא יכלה, לא יכלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, ושבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, ושבת נקבלה, לי 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 Thank you. Right, now we rise for Baruchu on page 4. And we say together, Blessed are you, Eternal One, our God, Sovereign over the universe, whose word brings on the evening, whose wisdom opens heaven's gates, whose understanding changes times and seasons. and whose will set the stars in their courses in the sky. You make day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light. You make day pass and bring on the night, and separate day from night. You rule the host of heaven. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ama'ariv Aravim. On page 5. בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ובשעתם לאות עד ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Let's read together. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone are our God, and we are Israeli people. You have freed us from oppressors and delivered us from tyrants. You led us out of Egypt forever to serve you in freedom. When we witnessed your power, we praised your name and gave thanks. Willingly we accepted your rule. Then, full of joy, we sang together. Have you got some music for Ashkivenu? No, okay. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom ve'amidenu Malkeinu lechayim. Grant, eternal God, that we may lie down in peace, and let us rise up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your wise counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from sickness and war, from famine and distress, and keep us from wrongdoing. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are our guardian and deliverer, a gracious and merciful God. Guard our going out and our coming in, that now and always we may have life at peace. Blessed are you, O God. May you shelter in peace descend on us and all who dwell on earth. So we rise for Magen Avot V'Imaot. Adonai sefata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips, let my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elokei avoteinu ve'emoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, קונה שמיים וארץ. מגן אבות ואימהות בדברו, מחיי הכל במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח לכם, לפניו נעבוד באיכה ובפחד. ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, מעון הברכות אל ההודעות, אדון השלום, כקדש השבת ומברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעם ולמשנה עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית. And we say together the translation, Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, and God of those who came before us, God of Abraham, God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel and God of Leah, great, mighty and revered God, God transcendent, maker of heaven and earth. With a word you shielded our ancestors, with a phrase you give all things life, sacred God beyond compare, who took joy in providing rest for your people on your holy Shabbat day. We'll serve you reverently, acknowledging on each and every day forever just who you are, the one to whom blessing goes, the one to whom thanksgiving is due, source of peace, who recalls the time of creation and sanctifies Shabbat, blessing the seventh day, and in holiness, granting rest to a people overflowing with joy. So we're going to sit now and take a few moments for our own thoughts, prayers, meditations, and hopes, what we want to leave behind us as Shabbat has started, and what we want to have next week. The words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. לה 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 שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. It's like a train, stopping. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Vince. Thank you both for this music. I mean, it brings so much to this different type of Shabbat service, and I shouldn't say that, but it's probably one of my favorite of all, to be honest with you. I love all our services, but this one's got lots of kavanah. So, Parasha Vayetze, which is this weekly parasha. And I wanted to have a different angle, to read it through a different lens, to read it through the eye of the spirit, of spirituality, how we can learn from Torah. And my question for you tonight is, how are you impacted by a text? When you read a text transforms you. We don't always know about it, we don't always understand it, and we don't always take stock of the transformation that a text creates in us, or provokes, or gives us. But each time we read a text, it transforms us a bit. And tonight I would like to see, what this parasha, especially the portion of a ladder, this dream of a ladder when Jacob falls asleep, and he sees the heavens opening, he sees angels going up and down, connecting both worlds. So we are a bit like our ancestors. Our ancestors constantly navigating between the world of the spirit, which we are actually doing tonight, with our own understanding, our own commitment to it, and how we can engage to it, and also the world of the matter of the daily life, the mundane life, to go to do your shopping and to pay your bills, and all these things are part of I talked earlier about these multiple identities. We are different people at different times. We need to cook, we need to do the shopping, we need to pay our bills, we need to sleep, but we also need to nourish ourselves. So this is what I think our Torah portion is teaching us tonight. And so remember, this Torah portion begins with Jacob, who is in a very dark place. So his brother Esau wants to kill him, and you remember why? Because he managed to get the birthright, the firstborn right, by tricking Esau. Was a bit stupid, to be honest with you, because he let his belly overrule the rest of this person. So Esau wants to kill Jacob, and Jacob has to run away from home. And we have some passages that says that he was even robbed, and everything he had was taken from him. So he's literally left with nothing, running for his life. And that's the first verse of the portion, Vayetze, and he went. Then something happens, and Jacob is transformed in this darkness. We see this place, we read this passage where he comes to a place, makom in Hebrew, and makom is a place. There's a difference between a space and a place, like a difference between a house, home and house. A space is just, a piece of land, a piece of building, but a place, it's something that we put more into it. Like a house, it's a building, but a home is what we make of this building. So Jacob arrives in this makom, in this place. And he has a revelation of the light of the Creator. He dreams of a ladder with angels, just going up and down, and he sees this slab, God is standing over the top. And this revelation is in a way universal, because it's not only for Jacob, it's not only a literary process, it's the idea of a light and blessings that are revealed in this particular moment, which Torah is actually accessible to us all in our own ways, in our own dreams, and sometimes just a little moment. And during this great revelation, God gives Jacob 3 blessings. And these 3 blessings, we can also receive them when we read the text, because the text is remember, transformative. So the Zohar, which is a great piece of Kabbalah, teaches that the place where Jacob had his dream is the place called Kodesh Kodashim. We talked about this yesterday in our class on the Temple of Jerusalem, the Holy of Holies, the most sacred place in the Temple of Jerusalem. It represents not only an elevated space, but also the most spiritually elevated state of connection in the world. And so you can imagine this place in the temple where only the high priest could go once a year because it was so sacred, and he even had a rope tied around his waist just in case suddenly he dropped dead during when it's the only time he could actually use God's name. So this symbolic place can also signify the elevated spiritual place we can also experience in our lives. And God says to Jacob, I'm giving you the land upon which you are sleeping. And in doing so, again, connection to the text, God gives Jacob the keys to the physical and to the spiritual place that is the Holy of Holies, the place where everybody and everything connects in the world. So that's the first blessing. The first blessing is giving a spiritual path, a place to, aspire. I would say, probably aspire. And the keys given to us by our tradition to reach this place. The second blessing that God told Jacob that all his descendants, both physical and spiritual, and that's very important because, I talked earlier about who is a Jew, and of course the traditional definition, you have a Jewish mother, blah, blah, blah. But it's much more than that, There is a spiritual connection to the Jewish lineage which has nothing to do with blood. And this is something that even the Zohar had already taken into account. And there is this wonderful midrash that says, at the moment of creation, all souls were present, including those who would join the Jewish people in the course of its history. So it's not just blood and flesh, it's a spiritual connection, a spiritual knowledge. So that's the second blessing, the spiritual connection we have, which is given to anyone who wants to connect to it. And the last blessing, which is also very important and very central to this Torah portion, is that God says, Jacob, I will be with you wherever you go, wherever you need me, I'm there. You will be under the wing of the Shekhinah, the divine presence. And, just to finish, I don't know, I just wanted to finish with something that happened to me, something I told yesterday about my experience. I studied a bit of Zohar in the text, which is absolutely incomprehensible. It's kind of very obscure Aramaic, and I was in Jerusalem in a rabbinic center, and I read the first page, the introduction to the Zohar, and I didn't understand. It was so complex, it's really obscure. And then I started to have not visions, because I'm still sound, but I had some visualizations of lights and colors. Really, and of course I'm a bit mad, but no more than each of you guys. But I can tell you, this experience was really for me a moment where I realized that the engagement with text we can have on this level, and each of us has a very different way. I'm not saying this is the one path. We all have our own journey. But I really realized on this day, but maybe I didn't understand the Aramaic, but I understood what the Zohar was about. And it was this connection with this light which permeates, and we don't have words to talk about it. Shabbat shalom. Okay, so lots of things happening in the coming weeks. Tomorrow morning we have Ethan Kelly, who is coming to perform songs about Noah with Beitenu, and he will lead the service, and it will be very interesting. It's a song cycle, a cycle of songs about Noah, and I don't know if you know Kelly, but Ethan, sorry. Ethan grew up at KLS. He's an outstanding musician, and he's also not a writer, what do you say for a musician? Composer. So he will bring this to us tomorrow. It's really good. So I'm just inviting you to come along tomorrow. It's under the umbrella of family service, but don't be put off by the name family service. I know there are lots of kids, and it's a very different energy and atmosphere. It's not a traditional service at all, but it's a very participative service, and all the people who come really enjoy it. So I really want to promote it, and Ethan is really good. So if you want to come tomorrow, please. Tomorrow evening we have a quiz supper, which now it's too late to get a ticket. So I'm at a table, and I need to apologize first to Philip that I'm not going to make you win. So if you win, it will be
it's the pleasure of the evening.
the pleasure of the evening. But I'm really, really bad with quizzes. I don't understand the questions. And at some point, I tend to bring stupid answers.
Who wrote the French national anthem?
Rouget de Lille. Okay, got 1 point. And Sunday afternoon we have a KIT. We have a group, Keep in Touch, at KLS, and they organize regularly tea parties on Sunday afternoons. And we have one this Sunday. It's not for elderly people. It's for all the community, for all who want to. Sorry?
They're not banned. We're not banned.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not only for elderly people. Sorry, go on. It's not only, yeah. There's no age limit. Sorry, I think I'm a bit tired now. So it's for all generations. That was my point. Thank you.
I know that was your point. I just thought
Gosh. So that's this weekend. Then. And then look.
Not much is happening this weekend, really, is it?
Yes, not much. No. Tomorrow quiz. And for next week we'll talk about it. I can't remember now.
EGM.
Very important.
Saturday.
Next Saturday the EGM. So it's really important for members of KLS to come to the EGM to show your support to all the work that's been done, and also to welcome our new treasurer, Philip Hyman. It's not a secret because everybody knows him. So, and also to sign off the budget.
He needs to be elected. That's why you need to come.
Yeah, it's exceptional. Yeah, he needs to be elected. You need to elect him. But I don't think many people will actually contest this position.
No, but you need to come, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah, you need to come. We need quorum.
Yeah.
We need quorum to be able to function. So, and I can't vote, so I'm not part of I'm not a member of KLS. I'm a staff member, so I can't vote. I can't remember what we have next week. Next Friday.
Friday, Shabbat at home.
Oh yeah, Shabbat at home. It's Stephanie and Frank Rugenig. So if you want to come, you need to ask Dan for the address. And on the 18th December, Sunday, we have the first night of Hanukkah. It's going to be very exciting. It's also the final of the World Cup. So there are going to be some.
So there'll be 3 of us.
Yeah. Someone say, "Oh, will you?" No. Hanukkah came before the World Cup. You have to make choices, guys. So, of course, if England is in the final, it's going to be a bit difficult. But, let's pray that it's not. No, sorry. sorry. I would go for France, to be honest with you. But, the worst match would be France-England. because I've got my passport, so...
Well, especially if it is that day as well.
But you know, the short of a long story is I don't really care about football, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. So there will be the final of the World Cup, but there's also the Hanukkah, the last. Anything else?
The other thing, if you've noticed in the bulletin, there is a Hanukkah mosaic auction. Sandra Weber has created this.
She's online.
mosaic.
Wow.
She may well be.
Yeah, she's online.
And-
Talking about you, Sandra?
Yeah, and it's a KLS exclusive, so
Wow.
just for those people that read the bulletin and listen to this live stream, you can bid to receive this wonderful mosaic. So,
I mean, they're always great. Yeah.
They're beautiful.
So Sandra Levin, so my apologies. Yeah, she says, "Get it right, boss."
I think Sandra,
She always says.
Yeah, she always-
Sandra was, I think, she should check in at the beginning. Sandra Weber.
Ah, okay.
She apologises.
She can't come tonight.
She will.
Right. Thank you. So let's conclude our service now with, and we can read together. And then, which is,
We have the composer with us.
do you have your? Ah, you've got the music, of course.
Vince does it as well.
Yes, of course. So let's
Not
listen.
often you get the composer singing the piece, is it?
I don't. Do you want to sing?
I'm going to sing with Vince.
Okay. We're listening to you.
Sing with us.
No, everyone's singing.
Everyone's singing.
I can't lead singing. Because I'm not a singer.
Yeah, I asked her to do that when we sing. Okay, Kaddish. I'm going to look at this. May I ask you to stand, please? So yesterday we did our last farewell to Jamie Zadeh, who was buried yesterday at Liverpool. And on the Shabbat we remember John Lazarus, the husband of Betty Lazarus, and we remember Barry Myers, the father of Julie Flades and Jill Cheverine. Is there any other name you'd like to remember?
Should we mention that Dan's father died this week? Because people do know Dan Bates.
Dan Bates' father died a couple of days ago. Right?
Aaron, Chaim,
Brandon.
Brandon, Halevi. Okay. Even when they are gone, the departed are with us. They inspire us so to live as in the higher moments they themselves sought to live. We remember them now. They remain in our hearts. They are a continual blessing. And we say together, Yitkadal v'yikadash shnei barach, v'alma yitmach yiteh v'yamlich malkuteh, v'chaye om yomechom, u'v'chaye dekol beit Yisrael, v'agalav zman zakim v'yukul. יהי שמי הרם וברכך ויעלם ועלמי המאיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלש ונקדשה ונרדו. לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דעמיהם ועלמה ואמרו אברהם. יהי שמה רבה משמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויתרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל בני אדם ואמרו אמן. Please be seated. So we have a choice of including songs, so...
No, we don't.
We don't? Okay.
We're going to sing Hiya Fair Hiya.
Oh,
Maya Fair Hiya. What a wonderful day. Maya Fair Hiya. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Fair Hiya. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
I love your choice, Vince. Please stand for one last time. Okay, if I can find the page now. מי ששיכן את שמו בבית הזה, הוא ישכין ביניכם אהבה ואחווה ושלום ורעות. May the one whose presence dwells in this house, in this synagogue and in your homes, cause love and harmony, peace and friendship to dwell among us. Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Eternal God, grant strength to the people. Eternal God, bless your people with peace. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you in your home, and looking forward to seeing you soon. We have to go out.
We appreciate your warmth. It's very cold outside, isn't it? No, well, I've had this.
No, I'm sorry, I thought the service might start at 7:45, so I got that.
Yeah, no, because it's Congress once a month, it's
Okay.
for the, because then we have
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you for droning on and on.
Sorry?
I say thank you for droning on and on.
Happy to use my very extensive keyboard skills in that.
Report back that everything was. I got to switch lights.
We only last a few members.